My people, it's about that time.
Like a boss.
Live from the USA, hoping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today we will be doing a live price analysis for Bitcoin and the most recent surge. Some people are calling it the Trump bump. I'm saying it looks like Bitcoin might be rallying for Trump. And we'll check out the charts. So help you try to make some money along the way. So if this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, also known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you'll soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So if you haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe, join the community. I have one of the fastest growing active crypto trading groups on the internet, 25,000 people and counting, and I give away free Bitcoin every single Friday. Every video I do, you got a chance to win. All you need to do, two ways you can enter. Text JOIN to 202-988-1079, or rep your city, shout your city out in the comments. I'm going to do this every video, give you guys a shout out to your city, and recognize you at the end of each video. So without further ado, let's make it do what it do. Let's go ahead and make this money. As you already know, it's national news. You know, Trump survived. We came about an inch from World War III potentially, with the international conflict that would have been catapulted to the front of every news media outlet in the country. But somehow, you know, by some divine order, he's still here. And so, in fact, I think I saw a video of him golfing earlier, you know what I'm saying, with a red hat on. So, you know, he's still very, very relevant in today's world. And as a result, you know, this is from Forbes today. 777, July 14th, Bitcoin suddenly soars over 60,000 after Trump assassination attempt sends his odds of victory to all-time high. Bitcoin has rocketed higher after former U.S. President and 2024 hopeful suffered injury, and it topped 60,000 per Bitcoin. It was, you know, pushing 52, 53 earlier this month. And they're saying, you know, Trump's chances of retaking the White House in November spiked on the crypto-based Polymarket predictions platform. So essentially, people are pairing him and the White House success that he has with, you know, a strong sign for crypto. I talked about this in yesterday's video. Said Elon Musk, you know, came out and advocated for Trump right away. He's one of the prolific voices, you know, supporting blockchain and some of the different coins around the cryptoverse. And I think this kind of runs in parity with that. Bitcoin is kind of sitting stagnant at 60,000. You literally have countries that are selling their entire supply of BTC. But yet that didn't really tank the price too much. And then now some people are saying this is even a reason for it to rally, especially, you know, with him coming to speak at the 2024 Bitcoin conference on July 17th. I mean, at this point, you really cannot say that the two are not intrinsically connected. You know what I'm saying? It's like they both got a story to tell. And in their mind, they the greatest thing that ever been walking. You know, and at least we know one of them ain't wrong in that process. But ask both of them and they'll tell you the same thing, right? Here we go. Let's jump into the charts. This is a live technical analysis of BTC to the USD. This is a daily chart. I tell you, it's essentially two sections of this chart we need to be paying attention to, and that's this double top pattern forming in these two yellow boxes. The first one you get from doing a simple Fibonacci extension of that first cycle. You go from breakdown to breakout, and this basically gives you a nice little capstone right here, 4.2 to the 4.6, peaking out right north of that 77. And this is essentially how you get the second part of the chart. You take a Fibonacci from the low to the high, boom, boom. And now you get that second part, right? The reason I draw them on top of each other is because we have these different support zones that are very relevant to this chart. I think this is one right here, right around 50,000, right? That's like that first area of fluctuation. And then in addition to that, we do have some lower areas around 38 to 42. I don't think they're very relevant for this discussion. I think most people want to know, like, is this rally real? Is it substantial? Does it have any sustenance? Is it going to take us back to 70,000? And the short answer to that is going to be no, not yet, right? There's a long pattern, right? One of the things you look for in these things is support and resistance, and this is kind of like the first hindrance we have on this chart right here is this lower low, right? It would have been nice to close on this last drop down, probably somewhere in there. Then we would have kind of like a bullish wedge forming, but now it's actually a descending wedge. All we're doing is you can kind of see it filling out, not that one. You can kind of see it filling out is we're just falling into this long concession, right? Not that one, that one, right? And because it's a lower low, then you kind of got to figure this pattern is not yet broken. At least the market hasn't said so. With trading, it's like I can have my opinion, I can have my bias, I can have my ambition, intention, but the chart doesn't care anything about what I may or may not want it to do, right? Intention does not exist on an individual level. It is a collective retention of everybody's aspirations, right? And through, that communal agreement over time, we're able to assess the inner workings of this relationship. Right? And there's different things you look for, different things I look for in these charts. Keep in mind, this is a very, very, very strong chart. Like, there are few charts in the world right now that have the fortitude that Bitcoin has had over the past few years. And we're talking about the future of finance, right? So that's like, let that sink in. Like, everybody gets caught in this little now moment, like, oh my God, is Bitcoin gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? Like, yes and yes, right? But it will go up much more than it ever goes down, point blank, period. Dot T, right? Or T dot, right? Ain't that what they say? All right, so here we go. We want to do trend lines on this thing. And so for this, to do a good trend line, we jump down. I think I could do it on 343. Let me see. Right? We could just go low to low, like, and say that's the lowest point of support that Bitcoin can have and still be in this downward channel, right? It's like we polarize the two extremes, like what's the lowest low for the condition to be true, right? And then we take that agreement and start to put it at different sections of influence on this chart. So you have one up here, right? That's kind of the local high. You have another one right there. That's a local low. And then you have this one back here, which was another local high. And through these different agreements, for this relationship to stay linear, to stay true, they will start to tell a story together, right? And just look at how it already lines up. Like, I just freestyled on a Fibonacci for you guys live on the air, and this thing just happened to fall into place. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it didn't just happen. The universe does not make mistakes, and this methodology that I show you is literally tied into the fundamental laws that govern the reality in which we currently lie domicile. So this is essentially, I showed you low to low, low to low. I gave you the little story between all these different points, local high, local low, local low. But you see the same trend line, low to low, has resonance at several parts of this chart. That basically means this thing is already talking. It's all talking to each other. It's all saying the same story, right? And so now we just use this relationship that I just showed you guys. And now we say, okay, so if this condition is going to remain true, then Bitcoin really is not in a full bull run, right? Until it gets above this line right here, right? This is really just underwater capitulation, but we have something very positive to tie it to, right? And that's what the media does better than anything. It's like they give you kind of like a false narrative, and because one is true, the other must be true as well. And it's like, well, maybe, but not yet, right? Not until we break out north of, say, 67, 68,000, right? Once you see the price ticking up here, then you know you are officially removed from this section of the chart that has this divine order structurally built into it, right? And this is another reason we use the numerology with the 7s, 11, and the 77, and the 343. You know, it's because it just polarizes everything. It say, is it going against it? Is it going to it? Is it going for it? Or is it going against it? Is it going up? Is it going down? Should I buy it or should I sell it? Right? These are only the decisions you have to make when you're looking to make money and accumulate money. And I tell you all the time, like, you make money 10 times faster on blockchain than you do in traditional markets, because everything is literally being recreated right now. It's so volatile, people are scared. I talked to this dude today trying to tell him about some Bitcoin. He is too scared to put his money in. After about 30 seconds, I just stopped talking. I said, you know what? If I got to try to convince you to do something that's ultimately going to help you, I'm wasting my breath. Like, this ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the scariest rides in the world right now. But guess what? You know what I'm saying? That view is a hell of a lot more enjoying from the top of that hill than it is most people get living on the bottom floor that never even get on the ride, right? Yes, go be ups. Yes, go be down. It's definitely going to be more ups than downs. And the view you have as a result from embracing this journey is one that can't be described by too many people in this world. We are literally upon the precipice of the exchange. Like, this is going from one reality, one facet of existence to another. Like, this is, I hear people saying, like, this is going from the third to the fifth dimension. I'm still yet to really learn what that means. I've just heard it so many times, and it was just said to me right now, so I said I would repeat it. And this is what it looks like. Like, we're in between two worlds. You know what I'm saying? And we can see both of them. Right? One of them is dying and another is being born. And as a result, you have some miraculous moments that just happen. You know what I'm saying? But make no mistake, like, we are here. This is now. This is not a possibly maybe question mark anymore. Like, when I was doing Bitcoin videos at $1,200, like, I didn't know. It was just roll the dice, see what's happened. Well, guess what? You know what I'm saying? Like, 7-Eleven hit and we the house, so we getting paid. Right? That's how it works. This is what I'm here to do. This is my message. My voice is reaching a lot more people now. I'm getting 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views a video again. We used to have that on live stream every day, right? Y'all got to understand, like, I literally paid the cost to be the boss. I've been learning about this stuff. I bought my first stock almost 25 years ago, right? I've been shorting options for 15 years. You know, I got 6 semesters of calculus, like, in the back of my brain somewhere. I don't even remember, but I know I got the degree, so I had to show up for class, right? And I got 3 letters from one of the greatest universities in the dome, in the world. Shout out to the Golden Dome. You know what I'm saying? Changed my whole mindset. Literally broke my brain outside of the framework it was in, allowed it to be in a new environment called decentralized finance, where I get to bring everything together. And speaking to this microphone, I'm in a room by myself, y'all, but my world's reach from one side of the world to the other. You know what I'm saying? And somebody got to be the boss, right? This is the time. Everything has aligned. And now we have a reason for the world to believe us. Right? Not saying the rally is go hold. Not saying Bitcoin going to 100,000. No. That's not built into this chart right now. But I tell you what. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a little optimism is all you need to get through some of your darkest moments. Right? And this ain't even a dark moment. This is just a light shadow. You know what I'm saying? On a recession that we go forget about. Not even realize what happened. Like Bitcoin is destined to be $1 million or more. Like that's already written, you know? And so now we just gotta watch it play out. And watch the big players turn into the small players, and some of the small players turn into the big players. Right? And this methodology, no doubt, helps you view what's happening in the market. I compare it, to water. I say, and this is what I'm building my dissertation. I've been, putting this course together, but now it's like I gotta protect this. Like I gotta figure out like how much of this method do I give away, and how much do we still continue to build out together. Right? And in some of my earlier videos, I would spend like the first 20-30 minutes telling y'all how to build this chart on TradingView. I'm not doing that no more. You go back and watch, just type in how to chart like a boss on Big Brother. They take you straight to my playlist. Watch the first 5-6 episodes of that. You'd be set for the rest of your life. Like, it's just that simple. But now, I gotta build some type of course to help 10,000 people. I need 10,000 people with $1 million or more coming from this framework. That's my goal. You get 10,000 millionaires, guess what? Not now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having one or two people that got the influence, the affluence, and the capability, now you got 10,000 of them, right? And they hit some of the most relevant terminology and technology ever known to man. It's an amazing time. It's an amazing moment. I'm sitting 11:44 at night. I'm still up, but I'm wired right now. I'm excited. I'm lit. It's like we here, and it's still early. Like it's still early. It's crazy, right? So we got a lot to look forward to. I really do enjoy putting out these videos for you guys. So if you enjoy, that's so funny. I was about to say, if you enjoy hearing my voice, then just like the video, join the community. We do have 2 free crypto trading groups, Telegram, BK Bitcoin, #1 Bitcoin group in the world, Facebook, #1 Bitcoin group in the world. Type in #1Bitcoin. Come on in. The doors are always open. I try to help as many people as possible learn how to be confident, trading money, and making money in one of the most volatile but yet exciting and rewarding markets bestowed upon humanity. We are upon the precipice of the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of humanity, and this is what it feels like, right? And now, the moment has been recognized as some type of divine order and alignment between 2 of the strongest forces known to man, right? And I'm just happy to be here to witness it. So with that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out, boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Rep your city. Shout yourself out in the comment. Let me know what side of the world you tuning in from. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again. Stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss. Arms.